What's up, guys? The Hermit here with Doom Reacts, and today I will be doing an album review on Dinosaur Pile-Up's new album, Celebrity Mansions. So this album came out on June 7th, and I'd never heard of them before. They came out with my Spotify new releases. I really liked the album artwork and checked it out, and I was pleasantly surprised because I haven't really been able to find like any rock, just to sum them up, music that like doesn't involve just non-stop hardcore vocals and screaming, but it doesn't like go straight over into like generic radio dad rock like Rival Sons and like Nickelback, just all that bullshit. I don't even need to get into all that. But I'll get more into their sound because I want to break down each song, because each song on the album for me, for the most part, it really embodies like an inspiration, I feel like, because you hear like a lot of inspiration from a lot of different like music in there, in my opinion at least. But a little bit about them. They formed back in 2007, and they have went through a decent amount of lineup changes up until 2013, and they've held down the same lineup since then. But their first studio album in 2010 made it to 103 on the UK pop charts, which I think that's pretty cool. They've made it into like the hundreds on the US charts twice with two of their four studio albums. So they've had a decent like following in the US, not as much as they had in the UK since they're from Leeds, West Yorkshire. Now they're going on they just started a US tour with Shinedown like yesterday, the day before, and it has like 67 dates on the tour for the US. So that's pretty cool that they're like going to be getting some like, I don't know, what do you call it? Getting their name spread more around the US, because I feel like it'll do them some good, because they're really, really good. I like them a lot. But so let's break down the album a little bit. So the whole album is 10 songs long, so very nice length. Every single song is over 3 minutes long, which at first I felt like some of the songs were a little bit repetitive and stretched out a little bit too long. But given that I've been listening to the album for about a week now, I honestly disagree with myself now. I honestly like most of the songs on the album, to be completely honest with you. But I want to go through each song and break down how I felt like the album was really put together, in my opinion, because I felt like this was a very nicely put together album. So the first song is Thrash Metal Cassette. It's one of my favorites. Very high speed, has a thrash metal vibe. They got screaming in it just a little bit, which I like in the chorus. But they give me a more thrash, pop punk, modern version of Jeff the Brotherhood, is really what they are. It's like a combination of Jeff the Brotherhood, got some Sum 41 vibes in there, some Weezer, Smashing Pumpkins, the Pixies, and some Foo Fighters. It's got a very wide mix that just blends together beautifully. They have found their own sound with all these different, just taking all these little things. I mean, like, I haven't seen any interviews with them or anything to like hear where their inspirations come from, but this is just my take from the album and like the sounds that I'm hearing and the vibe that it gives me. You know what I mean? And the next song is Backfoot, and he does this like Red Hot Chili Peppers type rapping through the song, which I really, really liked. It was like a combination of Red Hot Chili Peppers and Old Bloodhound Gang. To like really good, and it was like a really nice like step from Thrash Metal Cassette, and then it went to Backfoot. So like it did a complete sound change, but it kept the momentum up. And then they did on third song is Stupid Heavy Metal, Broken Hearted Loser Punk. which, just by that name, completely just hits the nail on the head with like the angsty pop punk vibes. And I mean, that is literally the chorus of the fucking song. So it's got like that repetitious like pop punk vibe with their own mix and sound to it that I really liked. It's on my lower end of the album as far as what I liked off of it. And number 4 is Celebrity Mansions. It's the title track of the album. It very much gives me a Weezer vibe from their album Make Believe that had Beverly Hills on it. I mean, the name Celebrity Mansions and Beverly Hills already is a similarity, and the entirety of the song has like the same gist that Beverly Hills had. So, from my outlook, it's a very Weezer-inspired song. So, that's kind of my take on it. And then number 5 is Round the Bend. It's another one of the songs for me. It reminds me of a pop punk song I really can't remember or put my finger on. But it's a good song. It's just, it falls more under filler for me. Kind of like the stupid heavy metal, broken-hearted loser punk. I had to write down all the tracks so that I wouldn't forget all of them and get them all jumbled up and mistake them. So I apologize for that. But, yeah, so 3, 4, and 5 were kind of like, they were a little bit more mellowed out, in my opinion. So it's like they had 1, 2 that were more sped up, and then 3, 4, and 5 kind of mellowed out, and then 6 picks it back up with Pouring Gasoline. And you really get an old school Foo Fighters vibe from that song, in my opinion. It combines, it kind of combines like the sound that they went for with White Limousine off of the Wasting Light album, combined with like OG self-titled Foo Fighters. Like, it had like the same like screaming style that Dave used on the Wasting Light album, which, funny enough, that the song sounds so much like White Limousine by Foo Fighters. The next song on the fucking Celebrity Mansions album, number 7, is Black Limousine. And like, whenever I was listening to the album and I heard Pouring Gasoline, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that has to be the song Black Limousine. And I looked, I was like, no, that comes up next. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I could be digging way too much into it and be finding, like, connections. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I saw on their YouTube videos, like, other people were saying, oh, Black Limousine, I think, is that a Foo Fighters nod? So it's like, I'm not the only one who thought of it. Because that was immediately what I thought whenever I looked on the album. But Black Limousine honestly gives way more of a, like, Pixies, Smashing Pumpkins, like, slowed down vibe. And the whole album just slowly just builds down from that, from number 6, in my opinion. It's like, Black Limousine was good, and then it goes on to song 8, which is K West, which is personally one of my favorites. It's like, it's my top. It goes like K West, Thrash Metal Cassette, and then Pouring Gasoline. It's like, those 3 are really my favorites off of it. K West just has a really good feel to it. I really like it. And then number 9 is Professional Freak. It's kind of like, it's angsty and gives me the same vibes as the number 3, which was the brokenhearted and stupid heavy metal, brokenhearted loser punk. Yeah. Same exact, like, ooh, I'm a freak, I'm an outcast vibes, which, you know, that's, yeah. Then it wraps up with number 10, which is Long Way Down, and it's the longest song off the album. And it's a good closing song, in my opinion. Like, it's longer than any of them. It has, like, in my opinion, it really just combines everything that the album did and just had a really beautiful sound. Like, they got like some guitar solos and shit, which they don't really do in the album. So it was nice kind of like getting to vibe out for a second to the guitar playing. It was like the closest song that gave me the Jeff Brotherhood vibes, in my opinion. I don't want it to come across like they just rip off a bunch of bands and create like their own sound. It's like it feels like inspiration. You know what I mean? Which the only way to find out is by listening to the album, which I highly recommend you do. Which I'll link. Guys. So I'm pretty much just rambling at this point. So I'm gonna wrap up the video. Please check out Dinosaur Pileup. They're an amazing band. Really hope to be able to see them while they're on their U.S. tour. I'm going to link everything I can think of down below for them. I'm going to link their Spotify, going to link their Instagram, going to link their YouTube. If there's something else you guys think of or want to know, I'll definitely try to find it and add it to there. My Instagram and my YouTube and everything I'm up to will be linked down below too, so you can keep up with what I'm doing. I make a lot of art on the Hand of Doom. So if you're interested in checking any of that out, it would make me very happy. So thank you so much for checking and making it to the video this long. Check out Dinosaur Pileup. Have a great day.